If there's one thing that really irritates me when I'm out driving, it's those drivers that are driving so close up behind you, trying to push you, they might as well get in the boot. Tailgating. And then, in a fit of frustration and impatience, eventually they undertake you, cut in front of you. Sometimes they even slam the brakes on to kind of teach you a lesson. Well, that's what happened with this driver here. BMW driver, no less. But they ended up with £1,000, more than £1,000 fine, and 7 points on their driving license. Take a look at this. If that wasn't close enough, they decide to get a little bit closer. One person did ask why this driver didn't move over. That's because there's a car in the middle lane, which you'll see in a minute. But look how close it is. Seriously, they might as well get in the boot. That was a near-miss collision there. Now you can see this vehicle over on the left-hand side, which is the reason they didn't move over to the middle lane. But now you can see, switching back to the rear view again, this BMW driver is clearly looking for the opportunity. There he goes, or she goes, and whips around and then moves over, prevents this vehicle from moving. Utterly dangerous, and this is how those collisions occur. This is how people, quite seriously, this is how people get killed on the road, and collisions that result in multiple pileups. And this is what our emergency service men and women have to go and attend. Idiot drivers like this, driving so closely up behind. Just look at how close this vehicle was at this one point. If I get to here, there is little more than walking space between the two vehicles. Honestly, these drivers should be utterly ashamed of themselves, and this is something that really, as I say, irritates me. Not only is it dangerous to the person driving, but to absolutely everyone else on the road. So this driver ended up with over £1,000 fine and 7 points on their driving license. And so personally, I think it should have been more. I think it should have resulted in a ban, but this is what it is. So anything else will likely result in a ban from here on afterwards. And credit to Avon and Somerset Police for making this video available and making it possible for me to share this video with you. So hopefully I can ultimately end up saving someone's life. If this video changes even one person's mind about driving like this, then it can quite seriously contribute to saving lives. Speaking of saving lives, this is not a sponsored portion of the video, but I would urge you all to pick up this book from a friend of mine over on TikTok has just released this. This book might save your life. Written by Dr. Karen, quite rightly dubbed TikTok's favorite doctor. This is not sponsored. I bought it with my own money and I'm keen to read it. I'll tell you more about it once I have started reading it. But I very much trust this man and that reading this book will help to save someone's life. So I'll link that in the description below. Thanks for watching and have a great weekend.